Goosebumps is rated Y7 because it may be too spooky for kids under 7.
Now, here we go with the interesting part. I did talk about it in at least 1 to 2 videos, but I think it's now should be a standalone where it should actually be talked about. Ladies and gentlemen, Slappy in the first book was actually alive. Yes, that's right. I said it. He was actually alive in that whole entire friggin' damn book. And now you'll ask, why in the world didn't he do anything? Well, the only thing he did was, of course, that little thing that is the reason why we got the cover of the book. He stared at the girl. That's all he did, and technically, yeah, he's alive. He's freaking damn alive. So, you might ask, why didn't he do anything besides staring at the girl when he was alive? Well, it's because he was afraid of his brother. He is afraid of his twin brother. So you wonder why in the last pages of the book, the last page, he's like, is he gone, slave? Yeah, it's because he is freaking scared as fuck. So if he said he's gone, slave, and then all of a sudden Mr. Wood shows up, he's like, motherfucker, you were alive this whole time, you bastard. And then he will start beating the crap out of him. So yeah, technically I think what's going on here is that they have a messed up abusive relationship where Slappy is scared as fuck. And of course I already mentioned in Slappy's nightmare, after so many years or so many experiences he had, he's finally got the confidence enough to go after his brother when he sees him again in his dream. So yeah, he was actually able to finally step up to his brother and say, hey, listen here, man. You're not going to take my crap. It's me. I'm number one now. You died. You're gone. It's me now. I'm number one. And this is when he starts beating the shit out of freaking Wally, which personally I would have preferred to actually allow him to fight. But sadly, the girl protagonist, who actually was just a little bit a part of a dream, she destroyed the fight before it even got really serious, which I really wanted to see that fight. Of course, not see, read, and hear about it, but still, that fight would have been awesome. But yet, you had to be a jerk back. So, yeah, just like happened in the second book, Dennis was alive. Dennis had no idea what the freak he was doing. He's like, this is new consciousness. So Slappy, chances are he already been conscious before. But this time around, well, and it's kind of weird how the girl didn't notice that he had a freaking... Now, here's the kicker of where it's like, oh, well, if Slappy was alive, then he didn't get his inscriptions read. Well, think about this. Dennis did not get his read either. He didn't have one. What happened is, I think, in the area, it's like if you're in the area while the spell is being read, you'll be awakened. So it's kind of weird, and I don't know where Slappy was during Mr. Wood getting his read. Chances are he was in the freaking living room with her. But if not, notice that in the third book, they read it, but they were downstairs, and all the dummies were up there in the attic. So that means no one was affected until Slappy did something about it. Now, maybe it's just only 2 levels. It can... Yeah, so it's like 2 stories in the house. Maybe that's what happened. So, and it happened for Dennis. It's like, yeah, Dennis was not with her when she read it. Maybe he was. But even so, I'm just saying, there might be a area where you can do the spell and it works. And it looks like if it's 3 stories, it won't work. But if your 2 stories are down or near it, it will activate. And that's what happened. So Slappy was alive that whole entire time in the book. He was just such a wuss that he couldn't actually face against Mr. Wood. Which basically is surprising that when it comes to Dennis versus Slappy, Dennis actually is braver than Slappy was. Because technically Slappy in the first book would have actually preferred to be king. While, well, Mr. Wood is king, while he is basically have to be silent. Because if Mr. Wood knew he was alive, Mr. Wood would have dealt with him because, well, either A, he would have dealt with him, or B, he would have just treated him as he would. It's just like, oh, my little twin brother. Who knows? But I'm just here to tell you that Slappy was alive in the first book. Comment down below and start the argument. Thank you for watching.